Okay, I'm going to go through problem 866 from the homework, and it asks a question about simplifying an AROC expression or a slope expression for these 2 points, x and f of x, and then x plus h and f of x plus h. Essentially, we're going to simplify this to get the AROC expression. So if we think about this as slope, we have our x1, our y1, and we have our x2 and y2 here. So we're going to take y2 minus y1, which looks like this, f of x plus h minus f of x, all over x2 minus x1. And then that simplifies, x minus x cancel out, so we just have h on the bottom. And then we have the top, f of x plus h minus f of x. Now we've used a in the past, but the x just means that if you get this expression, you can use it for any point on the function to determine IROC at that point. So an example might be this function, f of x equals x squared plus 5. If we calculate this AROC expression for it using x instead of finding a specific point, it would look like this. X plus h gets substituted in for x, so we have x plus h squared plus 5 for this first part, and then we're going to subtract f of x, which is x squared plus 5. We're going to subtract all of that, all over h. If we want to simplify the top, we're going to multiply out the x plus h in an area model, and when we do that, we get x squared plus 2xh plus h squared, and we still have plus 5, and we're still subtracting x squared and subtracting 5. I just distributed that negative sign there, all over h. And then if we go to simplify that, we have x squared minus x squared, so those are gone. 5 minus 5, so those are gone, so we're left with 2xh plus h squared all over h, and since there's an h in every term, we can get rid of several of those. So our simplified version is 2x plus h. Now the beautiful thing about this is that we can now pick any point on the function and find the IROC at that point. So if we want to find the IROC at 8, we would just put in 2 times 8 plus h and find the limit as h approaches 0, which would be 16. If we want to find the IROC expression at -3, we would just put in -3, so it'd be -6 plus h, and the limit as h approaches 0 would be -6. So the difference of using x in the expression versus a is just that it gives you more flexibility and is more of a shortcut. You could still go back, and instead of having an x up here, you could put the 8 in or the -3 in like we have been doing in the past. Hope that helps.